Hello, everyone. This is Nikolai Korniuk, and while everybody is joining in, I would like to welcome everyone to our RigER webinars series. So thank you for joining me. I see that people are coming up more and more on the list, so that's good news to us. So we really appreciate everybody's taking the time. We may just need to wait a few more seconds to let a little bit of time for everybody to join. Okay, I think that we are ready to roll. If you haven't participated in our webinars before, we had only one, but you may have used this platform. There is a way for you to express your desire or wish or ask a question. So you have a panel in the upper left side of your screen that has a QA. So this is how we will accept all the questions from you. And then there's a chat. You can always chat either privately or to everyone in our room. You can always raise a hand. We won't be able to probably address the raise a hand right away, but instead we would encourage you to use the Q&A button and send us a question if you have any. And I think we haven't seen any other issues so far as far as the sound goes, so we can probably move on to the next slide and kick off the presentation. Okay, so this is our today's agenda. Today's webinar is going to be presented by two of us. So myself is Nikolai and Gleb. And we are going to cover today a few key points of the RigER as a platform. We'll talk about the general purpose and how the RigER came about. It's an interesting story, I think, in itself. And we are proud of how we started developing our product for our customers. We will also discuss what kind of issues our program and solution is addressing for our clients. We will specifically address the mobile oilfield platform, and cover it a little bit in detail because it's something that we think is very important for many clients of ours. We will touch base on the support and learning center. We'll talk about the modules, which is a considerably important part of what RigER is built on. It's a modular product, and we allow people to design and customize it to fit their needs. Another important part of how RigER works with its clients is we try to bring on as many integrations as possible that make sense, so we'll touch on that as well. And a few more things that we will be talking is reports and dashboards. We recognize throughout the last year that it's an important part, and we will definitely dedicate some part of today's presentation to that. And in the end, we will collect all the questions of yours, and we'll be able to answer them as much as we can. If we won't be able to, we'll definitely get back to you after the webinar in an offline regime. So here's an exciting part about RigER. So how did we start? And it happened in 2012. But aside from the time, I think an important realization was that we have been working with, and we're part actually of the rental company's business. And one of the issues that have been pointed to us when we were working in this area is that how do we minimize some of the and address some of the challenges of the rental business? And among the challenges that were recognized were the multiple locations, rig movements, and sub-rent, periodic services. So these are the issues of the rental business, generally speaking, that none of the existing software solutions were able to effectively deal with. And all these issues and challenges, when they amount to a financial burden on the company, where company couldn't issue a timely invoice that would be also correct at the same time, were aggravating the situation for small businesses in the rental space area for the oil and gas. So that was the time, and the idea was born to create a new platform that would address these challenges and come up with a effective and elegant solution to solve it in a very sort of affordable manner, because we also recognize that many companies were smaller businesses and nobody, or very few of them, were able to create or to invest in a large software implementation project that would have lasted months and months, in some cases years, and can cost tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's how RigER came about. Again, going back to how the product was being developed. So starting in 2012, we have been in touch with the clients and we're building every step of the way, working with our client and member community. Starting with the version for the desktop only, we moved along the way and gradually we're building the capability and capacity of the software system. So right now we're in 2018, and later this year you can see that we're going to be launching a new version or revision of it. Of the program is the 4.2, which will be a topic of a separate webinar. So that new version will feature reports and dashboards that has been asked by many clients of ours. But here in this diagram, I wanted to show you that we've evolved, and all along the way, our clients have been an instrumental part and a partner in the development of our software system. So who are the RigER community and who are we working with? Here's a quick overview of the map where our clients are located. We don't work in Hawaii yet, but our focus, on the other hand, is only oil and gas. So we don't expect that to happen anytime soon in Hawaii. However, at the same time, we're very well present in the Western Canada. Texas is a very big area of our client base, as well as we have clients in California, and now in Florida, in Oklahoma, and other states. So these clients are joining, or we have a growth, considerable growth in the past year, and expecting that our client base to grow this year as well. So stay tuned. In addition to who are our clients and where they're located, we wanted to bring up some of the applications. And as we've mentioned already, our focus is oil and gas services and rental businesses. And here is a few clients of ours that have a special story of their own, how they have developed their relationship with our product throughout the years, and some of the key industrial applications that we wanted to bring to your attention if you are not in the same sort of industry that one of our clients that are listed on this slide. So it doesn't mean that our solution may not apply to you. However, it does if you are in the surface equipment, in the downhole equipment or telecom area, which we have a growing number of clients now of. We also are very knowledgeable, and our product helps companies working in the flowback. Rig mats is a big and growing area as well. Accommodations, waste management, disposable operations, tank rentals, trailer rentals. So all these different applications are very easy to be addressed and solved using RigER as a platform. Zooming in on one specific case, bringing the value and understanding of how RigER works, we wanted to bring the case of the Key Energy, one of our Texas clients that have started working with us several years ago. As for many companies, the challenge of the Key Energy at the time, before we came on board and joined them with our solution, was that they had to have, as many of our clients, to have a solution that helps them to manage geographically allocated items in their rental business. So they had a number of divisions, and it was a growing company, which is a very good and sort of challenging at the same time for us. But then that case has helped us to solve the key thing, which how to make sure that all the information can be kept in one software that can be accessed by field technician, accountant, and operational management professional, as well as how the information can be stored and shared easily between all the different functions in the growing business. So when we assessed the situation, we were able to install RigER and customize it to meet their specific needs, integrating different locations, integrating business processes that they have in place. And as a result of the quick implementation project that we've had with RigER with them, they were able to issue invoices that were previously only being issued in at least 30 days. In some cases, it took them 60 days. So with our system, they were able to issue invoices in 24 hours, provided that all the operational information was timely gathered and collected and finalized, which also RigER was instrumental in accomplishing. So RigER Mobile Field is an extension of our desktop solution. We do understand that a lot of technicians have to be in the field and be able to access information and provide rather and collect the critical information about the rented equipment for them, and as well as share it with the back office. So connecting the field and the back office is something that we specifically have been targeting and are proud of delivering on to our clients. So we've developed an app that anybody can install and start using right away, just to see what it may look like and whether it's going to work for them. It does solve all the key problems for the field technicians. It does not require the live internet, so you open an app and you start operating it, collecting data and information, taking pictures of the equipment if you need to, and then once you are within the range of the Wi-Fi or the cellular network, the information automatically gets transferred into your database. So it's a very easy and smooth transition that a lot of clients of ours appreciate, and that's why we developed it specifically to address the needs of our clients. As part of our ongoing support and product development, we've also wanted to bring to your attention that RigER is not only provides a solution and leaves our clients behind, I guess, to deal with the program itself. We do provide extensive support. And to do that, we recognized in the past year that a lot of clients need to be able to access support in a 24/7 regime. So for that, we were able to implement a special system that allows clients to log in and enter the ticket or any issue that they may encounter with the program and send it to us. So our service delivery promises that we respond with a quick note, at least within an hour, and then we're able to address most of the challenges with the program within 24-hour time. So on this note, I wanted to pass on the baton to Glad, who is our operations manager, and I've been in contact with the prospect clients as well as the ongoing customers, trying to address the issues. And he's going to cover the rest of the presentation, but I will be back for the QA later on.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for participation in our webinar. Nikolai, thank you for introduction of myself. Yeah, I'm operations manager in RigER, and I'm taking care of all operations of the company, as well as supporting our existing customers and engaging new customers to collaboration with RigER. Today, my main purpose to cover the main modules and features of RigER, and just to give you a overall understanding how the RigER works and what features do we provide to the rental and service businesses. So basically, RigER is a multimodal platform which connects different side of businesses like oilfield service and rentals. It could be also applicable to general rentals. We support the safety module, and which allows you to track some safety documents and make some inspections in the fields. We also have the purchases module and accounting module, which allows you to export your invoices from RigER to your accounting software. Everything is combined in one system, a comprehensive system that's actually the database of RigER stored in the cloud. So everyone is able to connect to the database through any actually devices, web browsers, or through your thin client application on your computer. The future development of RigER, and this is our goal for 2018, to develop new module, we call it RigER Web. RigER Web will be the system when your clients, your customers, will be able to connect with your database and probably place some orders or see the history of transactions with your company. And it will allow yourself and your clients to better communicate and to see the whole history of your business collaboration. So if we talk about features, the main features of RigER, I would like to cover some of them here, but definitely this is not the whole list of features that we provide, but these are probably the most important. So rental items Let me share my screen in my desktop application of RigER, and I will show you how it works and how it looks actually in the program itself. So this is the home page, or how we call the availability dashboard of RigER, where you can see all your rental equipment, the list of your rental equipments, and we can switch to the parts section where you are able to see and track all your parts and consumables. And if we talk about the rental item specifically, I'm going to open the rental item card, rental unit card, and here's how this looks like. So we have a name of the rental unit. We can have different types of the units. It could be services, materials, goods, and rental unit combo units. We have different details about every specific rental unit, and the second layer of the rental unit structure is unit numbers, or some of our clients call it serial numbers. It's pretty much the same meaning, but this allows us to track every particular serial number in the system and the whole history of operation of this particular rental unit. As you can see, we have different statuses of serial numbers or unit numbers. So it can be available, need repair, or deployed at the client location. The items catalog or item structure can be split by different folders. We allow you to have up to 7 different layers of the rental units. So as you can see right here, I can have different rental units combined into different folders, and services as well. So if we talk about special operations in RigER, we have equipment repairs and maintenance, which allows you to track all your repairs of your rental units and to track and actually maintain your units through the different maintenance templates and tasks to your service guys and service technicians, which will take care on these units. Equipment sales is the next feature in RigER, which allows you to actually sell your rental units or consumables or parts. And this could be done. One of the latest development in RigER was integration of a sales ticket with a delivery ticket. So some of our clients faced with the issue when they provide their equipment to the clients, and this equipment, for some reasons, had been broken. So our customers need to sell this equipment to the clients, and this is a part of rental agreement conditions. So we allow you to sell your equipment, broken equipment, or damaged or lost, through the delivery ticket. And all the sales revenue will be indicated in the final rental invoice. Closed location is the next very useful and very helpful feature that allows you to close the location and close the job by clicking just one button, and all the equipment that is delivered to this location and deployed on the client's location will be grabbed into one delivery ticket return, and all the rental periods will be calculated automatically for this job, and you'll be able to just in a few clicks generate rental delivery ticket return and rental invoice. The next feature is rig movements. Some of our clients faced with the issue again when they have to move their equipment delivered to one location along with a rig that is moving in the oil field. So we developed the single document that called rig movement node, which allows you to actually grab all the equipment on this location and move it to the new location, and automatically all the tickets, I mean delivery ticket out from the previous location, delivery ticket in to the next location will be generated automatically, and the invoice for the previous location will also be generated. So you don't have to make it manually. This will actually speed up the process of moving the equipment from one location to another one. Also, I would like to mention the rental break and standby charges in RigER feature. So what does it mean? Sometimes we saw the situations when our clients have to stop the rental period and for some reasons, and just to stop charging the client for this period. And in order to not generate a lot of documents, I mean, delivery ticket return and rental invoice, we've developed the document that just start and stop the period of rentals. And this period, standby period, will not be included in the final invoice. And all can be done in just one document with just few clicks. So rental operations is the next big module in the system, which allows you to actually sub-rent equipment from the third parties if you don't have available in your stocks. So you can take this equipment from other providers and other vendors and provide this equipment to your clients. And again, these operations are pretty much complex and difficult to manage because of lots of documents that are involved in these operations. So we've developed, the last development in RigER was rental job dashboard, where you're able to manage all your documents and all your operations just on one screen. And this feature will be released in the next version 4.2 and will be presented the next week on the next webinar. So we invite you to this webinar next week. We will send the invitation to this webinar again to all our customers and potential clients. So yeah, you will receive that and you'll be able to connect and join this interesting conversation about rental job dashboard. RigER has multiple integrations with different systems. The most important for our clients, as we see, is integrations with accounting software. The most popular in the North America, it's QuickBooks and Sage or Peachtree. So we support the integration with those systems, and we send invoices generated in RigER to those systems. We can send rental invoice, we can send purchase invoice, sales invoice, credit memos, and some other documents. So this works pretty fine and no issues, major issues on this road. We have also integration with Microsoft Excel and Outlook and billing software as well. So we can integrate RigER, and we actually have already done this. We integrate RigER with Open Invoice and Cortex. And on our first user conference last month, we presented and actually released the special service that we work with, Enter My Invoice, which allows you to send your invoices directly from RigER to Open Invoice and Cortex systems. One of the cool things about RigER that we can generate multiple different reports. Right now we have about 50 reports, but we are developing this direction. We are developing in this direction, and we are thinking about generating new reports. This is a very customizable feature in RigER. So if you have your special requirements about reports or some kind of analytics, you can send us your requirements and we will build those reports pretty much faster. Some of them are, for example, rental equipment utilization report, which shows you how your equipment is utilized, how many days it's in fleet or on the client's location. The next thing, oilfield service hours, shows you how much services how many hours of services did you provide to your clients, how many revenue have you generated through these services. Different layers and different dimensions in the revenue reports. We also have field technicians calendar, where you're able, or your dispatcher is able to see the whole schedule of the field technicians and schedule jobs there. Oilfield maps is a good feature for management of the companies. It shows you where your location, where your equipment at, and was for the specific period of time. So it allows you to generally understand where you provide your services and what are the areas of your services in your particular geographical area. And operation dashboard also allows you to see the trends of your businesses and on the highest level analyze the business pulse. Email notifications and reporting is very useful thing and useful feature which allows you to smoothly communicate inside of your team. So you can set up the email notification scheme and how it works. Every single action with a document, changing of status or generating of new document can be automatically sent to the client, or sorry, not to the client, but to the responsible person in your company. For example, when new rental agreement has been generated and the status has changed to from open to approved, it means that some of the operations manager or dispatcher approved this rental agreement, and the automatic email notification will be sent to the next person on the document flow chain to generate the new document or to perform some actions with the existing one. So that is probably the most important things that I wanted to cover. And now we are ready to receive your questions or some suggestions or on our features. Probably you need some more in the system, so we are always open to your suggestions. And yeah, if you have some questions, we are here to get it.
Yeah, and I'm back. This is Nikolai. Thank you again, everyone, for your time listening. As you've seen, RigER provides a very comprehensive solution. It is pretty challenging to explain everything in a 30-minute time slot that we wanted to allocate, and I think we've succeeded. It's 12:30. But at the same time, we wanted to give a good high-level overview for everybody so that you would know what the RigER is and whether it's for you or it is not. And some of you recognize our existing clients. So if you have any concerns or questions, you definitely can raise them right away or ask us at a later time in an offline regime. I think what I wanted to bring up is that we are launching with this webinar a series of them in the upcoming weeks. Some of them will be weekly. These will be more of an overview ones, like this one, maybe a little adjusted depending on the needs of the visitors and participants. I think the key one that is coming up in a week from today will be the presentation of the next version. It's going to be the mostly developed now, and it will bring, as Gleb mentioned earlier, it will bring the feature of the dashboards and analytics in it, as well as reports. So it will be very useful for the management of the companies that are using it to see a bigger picture and make the operational decisions. We will also talk about the RigER mobile oil field application in a more detailed fashion, so that if there are questions about that and how we can improve that, we can always take them in. We will also, for those of you who are now our clients and are bringing on board new users in your companies, we would like to launch the Getting Started series, where in a few simple steps we'll be able to explain how to use our program in the most efficient ways. What are the key sort of tips and tricks to make sure that you are learning from the best, and we will be able to present them all to you. So all in all, to reiterate what we were discussing, is that RigER is a very simple solution that we are now have a lot of clients using and taking a good feedback from and helping us improve it. So we would like to see more and more of you using more features of it if you are not using it yet, or being on board new clients of yours or users, because we are an evolving platform and we would like it to be the one that actually meets your needs. So we're just waiting for a few more questions to come in and we will start addressing them. And I think one of the questions that we would like to discuss is is what and this question is for you, Gleb. So how do you provide support? What kind of support does we did touch on that, but what kind of support does RigER provide to its existing clients, and how do we make sure that we can get a timely response to some of the operational questions when we start using the system?
Yeah, thank you for this question. It's very important for our existing clients, and probably can be very beneficial for our future clients, because we provide support through the different channels like email. We provide support through telephone calls, just regular phone calls, and we also launched last year, and we are fulfilling this system currently. The support portal and learning center, as I mentioned, Nikolai mentioned before. Let me jump again to this slide, and I would like to pay your attention to this slide again, because yeah, RigER support portal is a really cool feature, because you can submit all your questions and all your issues through this support portal, customer portal. So please join it and send us your questions to this portal, because your tickets will never be missed in this system, and our support team and developers are able to see all the tickets, and all the questions will be resolved through this system. And actually, our learning system is developing right now. We are putting a new articles and new videos into this. So our learning center and support portal are connected, and we can reply much faster through these connections, because we can submit learning articles through the support portal itself.
Okay.
And again, yeah, I encourage you to use those tools, because they're very unique and very useful, I would say. So yeah, it works better than emails, because emails can sometimes could not be delivered to our system, to our mailbox, or yeah, definitely it shouldn't be in place. But again, it's a informational systems that sometimes are down. But again, if you send us your request through the support portal, it will never be missed or lost in the hole.
So there's no need to call or email. In other words, you're saying that we have now a modern tool that allows us to track every request and get it back to the clients with literally no downtime as soon as possible to address them. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah, actually that's true. But again, we don't close our usual communication channels like email or phone. So yeah, if you will have time to just call us and in a few minutes resolve your question, we are very welcome to you. On our phone number is 888-865-8903, or just send us email like you did it before on support@rigger.ca.
So there's another question, Gleb, and I thought that we can touch on that again. It's just about the integrations, and we do have the accounting integrations and other ones. Is there anything that you would like to add? Because some people are not sure how does the Cortex and Open Invoice integration work. So what does it do specifically, and how is it different from the QuickBooks, for example?
Yeah, this is a very good question, because the oil and gas industry is working in different directions, and some of our clients are working with the big oil and gas companies, and their requirements are that you have to work with their billing systems like Open Invoice or Cortex. And in States, Open Invoice is mostly spread along the country. In Canada, we have also Cortex. So the integration with Enter My Invoice service allows you to send your invoices generated in RigER directly to the providers or your buyer system, billing system, Open Invoice or Cortex. So you generally don't have to have separate accounts with those billing systems. You can be connected through these systems, with these systems through the RigER and Enter My Invoice service.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So in that way, I think it's very efficient for the clients, especially that allows them to enter information without incurring any additional labor costs because and then meeting the errors as well. So smooth transfer information is key for these businesses. Then. Okay. Thank you. In the meantime, what we are going to do, I think, we'll just wait for a few more minutes. And if there are no questions, I wanted to bring up that last slide, Gleb, just to show that what's coming, to show what is coming up, so that everybody would remember that we will be communicating to all of you as well as a broader group of our subscribers, as well as the potential subscribers, to show that we are going to have more and more webinars like this. And by the way, since this is the first product featured webinar that we're launching, we are welcoming any feedback of yours. Like if you can't send it right away, we wanted you to spread the news and share it with other, if not partners and clients, and anybody who is in the oil and field rental business. Share the news that we're opening this, and this is an open platform of sharing information and collecting information. So we are proud, like I said, that we are developing product with the input from our clients. And all the features and every module that we have developed have been built specifically to meet the needs of the clients. So we're looking forward to getting more of that feedback. So as far as I can see, there are no other questions. So on that note, we are going to be wrapping up for the day. Again, thank you very much for your time to join us today. It's been an exciting time of growth and product development. We are looking forward to seeing more of you in our upcoming webinars and helping you to grow your business. Thank you very much again, and we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time and participation. And yeah, have a great day, have a great week, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.